Welcome back, another edition of Laramay's Laugh. It has been a while. Now I know I've been running on with that whole 40-year-old bald guy in every single episode. I think it's pretty applicable for every single one so far, and it's going to be applicable for this one too. It's going to be my thing, so just deal with it. Once you hit 40, you either become A successful husband, single guy with a job, or B, a no-life who still wishes you could be in your mid-20s. Of course, this episode is concerning the second definition and is brought to you by the guy who spends $30 on a cell phone game just so he can brag to his friends about beating other people online. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite or a bigot. I've played a lot of online games, and I've probably invested more than a guilty fair share in these games that I will never play ever again. One such example is when I played World of Warcraft, which, for those of you who don't know, is a MMORPG, short for Massive Multiplayer Online RPG. Normally, this game requires a $9 or whatever subscription fee monthly, which is totally for giant losers who have nothing else to pay for. However, I did not pay monthly and played on a free server known as Molten WoW. Irregardless, the experience on a multiplayer online game is still the same, free to play or subscription based. 3/4 of the players you wish you could meet in person so you could kill them. And if you have ever played an MMORPG, MMORPG, and have one sense of sanity or dignity, you know this is true. Here is the breakdown of a typical MMORPG. 60%, I don't even know where I'm getting these numbers. I'm just pulling them out of my ass. 60% of the characters on an MMORPG are guys. That leaves 40% of the players in an MMORPG to be female, which is total balls considering that according to Forbes, 28% of all gamers are females. And then you gotta consider how many of those 28% play an MMORPG such as World of Warcraft on a free server. Of those 40% female, probably 30% are guys who are single, who love doing slash dance so they can be sluts in Donovan Square, whatever the hell it's called. I just looked it up. It's Dalaran, or however you nerds want to pronounce it. Out of those remaining 60%, about 40% of those people are the douchebags who donate money to get the perks, the bonuses, the best equipment, so they can go around schooling you. And they always have ridiculous names or team names like D's Nuts or Fook Your Mommy, I Am Your Mommy. What does it always have to do with your mom? What did your mom have to do with anybody? Is it like a Freudian thing, Oedipus complex, or what? I don't know. Then most of these douchebags overlap into the power-hungry people who will kick you from their party or guild for not having the right build or right equipment on a game where you can build your character the way you want. And these are the people who are in businesses and never made it to upper management because they don't have the cojones to actually work their butts off or to push people around. So instead they have to do it on a game where they can't actually see their adversaries. So as you can see, this leaves a very small amount of people who want to play the game for the sake of playing the frickin' game to just have fun. That whole explanation goes with free or subscription. But now on to my free to play experience with Molten WoW. Molten WoW is a server that allows you to play World of Warcraft without paying the totally ridiculous $9 a month fee. And the reason they can get away with this is they're always one step behind. They're only on Cataclysm, but now there's a new expansion out there with the Panda Bear. I just saw the commercial for it. For all you nerds out there who are like, I overclocked my RAM and I pre-ordered it, and it's called Mist of Pandaria, you giant noob, which I will gank and then teabag over and over again. But back to Molten WoW, the server where everyone is supposed to have fun. Except they have a little system where you donate money and you can pick gear for how much money you donate from every single item that it's ever invented up to the latest expansion pack. And I've played a lot of FTP video games, Molten WoW, Champions Online, City of Heroes, DC Universe, games on cell phones, and it seems like if you're willing to spend the money, the game company is willing to give you gear, equipment, cards, etc. that give you a boost above the people who actually just want to play the game regularly. But back to my Molten WoW or any RPG experience. You're strolling along, you're just trying to survive, and all of a sudden, a guy with all this glowy blue shit comes down from the sky. 3 seconds later, you're dead, and you're a ghost, and you're like, what the hell? I mean, like, for real, you were just trying to pick 10 mushrooms for Schmalinsky, the red-headed dwarf from Gandahar, and some asshole on a fucking dragon flies in who's like 40 levels above what you need to be there, just smashes you in the face with a warhammer of integrity plus 20, you're dead. Click on his name, you look at his gear, which is gold, platinum, shiny frickin' crap that you'd buy from a jewelry store in New York City, and of course you're thinking, damn, I want gold, platinum, shiny shit from New York City. And so you go on the website and you say, how much do I have to donate to get that? $60. This goes with every single FTP, free-to-play RPG out there. There is always a select few who will spend a quarter of their income monthly on gear just so they can fly in circles around you, or, heaven forbid, challenge you to a duel with I Like Cock Z as their character name, proceed to kick your ass, and then follow you around for the next 2 hours that you're logged on the game, spamming to challenge you to duel again. I totally killed you, you stupid noob. Yeah, you also paid like $60 for that stupid pixelated sword you're carrying around. I just started playing like last week, dude. Get over it. What, you mad, bro? You mad? No, I'm not mad. I don't give a shit. Stupid game. You're the idiot that spent $60. You know what I can do with $60? I can pay my electrical bill for 2 months. Dude, you're just mad, bro. You're just mad. Let's duel. I don't want to frickin' duel you. I'm just trying to do the stupid quest. Lay off. Dude, don't rage. Don't rage. Rage? I'll just log off. Dude, that's raging. Okay, fine. I'm gonna rage then. And you log off, and then 2 hours later you log back in, and that fucking guy is still standing over the exact spot you logged off at. Now, who is really the loser here? Are you the loser because you're just trying to play the freaking game, or is he the loser for hovering around you, acting like he's the frickin' lord and master of your pixelated cartoon body? What's even worse is a guy who has like 16 different alts, ALT alternatives, and he's frickin' logs in as them all the time just to torment you, and his total vernacular is the same, and you know it's the same guy. You're like, dude, is this I Like Dicks 101? And he's like, no, this is a totally different character. And then you're like, why would you even answer like that? If you're totally not I Like Dicks 101, why would you say that? Dude, I'm not I Like Dicks 101, but give me gold. And like, dude, how do you even know who I Like Dicks 101 is? And just said the same thing like 4 nights ago in a different character. No, dude, I'm not that guy. My brother stole my account. Like, yeah, okay. How many people have triplet brothers that all play the same game? Either that or you end up joining the game super late, end up super far behind. Everyone is way ahead of you, You never have any gear. People just shun you, tell you suck, and basically you play the whole game by yourself anyway, so it defeats the whole purpose of a massive multiplayer online RPG. Communities for games just suck. And it comes to the whole Voltaire idea that most people in society are evil. Everybody is mostly evil and only a little bit good. If you try to play a game starting out, pretty much you're on your own. Nobody will help you. Everyone will just be like, dude, you suck. And you're just like, dude, you're like 70 levels ahead of me. Why don't you tell me where to go? Instead of telling me I suck. Obviously, I just started playing like 3 days ago. But it's just the way it goes. That's basically every single MMORPG. That's every society. Those are the people that you are on the throughway with your flashers on, 10 o'clock at night, 4 flat tires. They will drive by you at 90 miles an hour and flip you off because you're in the shoulder of the road. So what's your next step? Your next step is going, screw the free-to-play, where all the scumbags are, all the poor people who can't afford it. I'm going to try to play Elite. I'm going to pay the money, the subscription, to play with the cream of the crop. But then you're thinking, what the hell am I doing? Because in reality, it's the same mentality of players who play the free version and donate a bunch of money so they can get the elite gear without trying, or you play with the people who screw you over and leave you for dead because they're paying $9.99 a month, and why should they help you get what they spent forever to get? Subscriptions for games. I will never ever ever pay a subscription to play a game monthly. I can't see a bigger waste of money, sanity, and hope for the human race than paying $9 a month to play a game with people who would actually pay $9 a month for an experience like that. For an experience that is just going to piss you off and makes you want to kill shit. I don't pay $9 a month to get out of bed and go to work, drive, grocery shop. There's people all over the place that just piss you off. And I don't pay $9 a month to deal with that. That's just called life. Why would I want to pay $9 a month to subject myself to all that nonsense in my supposed free time? You see what I did there? Define irony right there. Free time. Except either way you look at it, free to play, you're probably going to spend money to donate just so you can keep up with people or be that really good guy, that guy. Or you're going to go on the other side, pay the subscription, play the game legit, but then be a selfish prick and not help any noobs because you worked your butt off. Why should you give anybody else a heads up? And this whole thing stemmed from a game, Big Win Sports sponsors, Big Win Football. It's been out for like a month. My team is a 65 overall, and yet I've been playing games against people who are like 80 and above overall. And you know that they had to have bought packs of cards with real money because there's no way they are that good in 1 month time. Now my team is all gold and there are 22 players on a team, and I used just winnings from fake Super Bowls, the Daily Bowl if you will. So either you won every single Daily Bowl for a whole month to get a total platinum team, which would be a rank above mine, or you had to have actually spent real money. But hey, if you want to buy a trading card football team on a cell phone game for $20 and then go around screenshotting that you beat somebody and won the fake Super Bowl and naming every single player after the San Diego Chargers, I've come across like 7 teams that are the Patriots. How's that working for you? How is losing 2 Super Bowls to the Giants going for you? Oh wait, that's why you have a trading card game with a team named after it that you bought. So if you win the Daily Bowl, you can pretend that the Patriots actually won the real thing. Go ahead, dude. This has been another episode of Laramay's Laugh, and out. This episode of Laramay's Laugh has been brought to you by Simplify Thirst Quenching Orange Soda, Clancy's Tortilla Chips Ranch